said the pledge, and
Okay.
she wants to say it again. Mr. Loring.
Here.
Mr. Schulte.
Here.
Mr. Van Giel.
Here.
Mr. DeBoer.
Here.
Mr. Helmers is here. Approved February 24, 2026 agenda. Any additions or corrections?
I don't have any.
Motion.
Motion from DeBoer, support from Loring. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. February 10th, 2026 minutes. You all had a chance to look at those.
Make a motion on the minutes.
From Schulte.
Support.
From Vanderbilt. Any more discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carried. March schedule.
The 10th and the 24th for sure. I don't know if you guys want to meet next week to finalize the tax levies or anything, because we have to have it finalized by March 5th. The first day that we could have the public hearing would be the 20th. So I'm assuming we would just do it on the 24th if we trust the mail to get all the notices out to everybody by then.
Are you insinuating something?
Or we could do it the 31st. I mean, we can do whatever. But the 10th and the 24th for sure.
What are you guys' thoughts? Is that good? Good to go?
We have something for canvassing in the election or
We can do that on the 10th.
10th works.
Yep, that'd be on the 10th.
Make a motion for the 10th and 24th, if we do need another one, we can always call them.
Support, motion for Schulte, support from Warren for the 10th and the 24th of March. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Consider approval of employee health insurance premium differential.
I'm gonna go get
policy.
changed in a minute. Chantry's been working on this with Jason, and I think you come up with Don reviewed it and Jack reviewed it, this wellness correct? So this is kind of what our recommendations were.
Comments, thoughts? Any comments?
Jack has reviewed it for HR stuff, and John reviewed the attorney level of things. So I think we got some additional answers that I was questioning from ISAC when, with some of the verbiage about like the different acts and stuff like that. So she explained a little bit better on that, so we have some more clarity there.
Make a motion for the approval of the employee health insurance premium differential policy.
Motion from Vanderbilt. I will support that. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Same sign. Motion carried. Thanks for all your hard work with this.
Chantry.
Consider approval of Gully Township appointments, Stacy Lanky clerk, Adam Lanky trustee, and Darrell Terry trustee.
Daryl went for just 1 year. He went from clerk to trustee, and he's gonna stay on to help him, so.
Good with it?
Yep, they're all fine with it, so.
Second. Motion from Warren, support from the board. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Consider ISAC tech assessment.
Sent out that email and they provided some background information on it. Any thoughts on if it's something we want to do to better assess where we're at?
Like a group of IT people that go around in different counties.
They use ISAC staff and other county IT people to come in and do the assessment.
Cost.
$4,000.
It probably would be good to have it, see what we're behind, or what we need to improve on. Premier's doing really good with that, keeping us up, that, but it's always good to have some other ideas. I think we have enough money in this year's budget to cover it, actually, so, in IT.
In case we do.
How long does that take them? 1 day, 2 days?
They tend to come in for 2 days.
That includes the sheriff's office too, right?
Yeah, he said with us, the county and the sheriff's office using different providers, it makes it a little more interesting is my word, I guess. I don't know. But
It wouldn't hurt to have another set of eyes to look at it.
Is that just, they come in one time, 1 year, and then if you want to do it again, it's.
Yeah, I would assume that's what it is. They'll make suggestions and it's up to the county to what they want, or,
said in the email, I want to stress that we are here to support the county and provide guidance even after the visit and report. Had continuing conversations with many counties years after their first and sometimes second assessments.
it's probably good for our insurance company too to know that we're trying this, trying to,
I'll make a motion that we do it.
For this year's schedule and hopefully for this year's budget yet.
If it works for them.
Yeah, that'd be my hope. I'd support that.
Support from Mabel. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. Want to discuss any of the budgets, Michelle, or?
we can start. I get an email from Abby Wallen again. She's our mental health advocate for our county, for Clay, Lyon, O'Brien, Osceola, Palo Alto, Plymouth, Sioux, and Emmett. And this CSN service, They're going back and forth on this. They were hoping, O'Brien County had it all budgeted. They were gonna budget 20,000 and they were gonna get reimbursed from the state. Well, the state's not reimbursing it.
It's not the state, it's the
A mental health
mental health
region or whatever it is now.
DCA or.
So it's not in a reimbursable expense. So I think O'Brien County is still gonna budget for us, but they're gonna be asking each county to pay the $2,500. So we'll have to add that. I don't have that in next year's budget, so I'm gonna have to add that.
Am I in the right spot?
For-
Drainage district meeting?
Yep.
Yep.
So we will have to budget for that. I didn't include that in yet in the budget, so but that's be an added expense, which, I mean, we can handle that. We do not. And then I don't know if you guys thought any more about the advisory board's recommendation of, right now we're splitting next year's revenue 50-50. They're asking for all of it for PCC. I don't know what your guys' thoughts were on that. I mean, they're getting, this current year, they're getting 0 PCC's money. So next year, we had in there to split it, but they would like all of it. So I don't know what the board's feelings on. I haven't not done anything with that either. So I don't know what the board wanted to do with that.
I think it's a good idea.
To have, for them to have it all, or to split it,
Have
or,
it all, and they take care of any new ambulances, anything like that.
still don't know. I still don't know if they would have, I still don't know if they would have money to do that with the ambulances. I don't know. I don't either.
It kind of sounded like they thought they would, didn't it?
I'm not sure we talked about that.
No.
And I'd say let's wait, we'll talk to them again, find out.
Because
The drawbacks, the shop.
it's just coming out of the general fund, balances, which we have enough to cover that. I don't know if they're gonna have, because even with half, we're projecting the ending fund balance of 147,000. So add another 150 to it, it'd be 300,000. If they, we're just guessing that's what they're gonna get from PCC, we have no idea. So. I mean,
They were getting nothing last year,
in this current year, they're getting nothing.
so we had talked 150.
Between that fund and general basic.
I wasn't at the meeting and I was on that. It would be an idea just to start half this year. Just a
Well,
thought, you know me,
yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
trying to make it easy, so.
I mean, the general basic fund balance is healthy enough, we'll do whatever, so. I mean, and even if they did run short, it's not like we can't transfer money from general
Yeah.
basic into there.
And they realize that, because I told them. We can go back to that. You guys want to adjourn out of our regular meeting?
Have you guys signed it?
We'll take a motion
This is
to-
all I have.
It's a regular meeting.
We're like a conference call, so that's all that we need.
We need to make that a motion, Rochelle, or
Yes, to enter into drainage,
adjourn out of our other one?
Yeah.
We need a motion.
yeah.
Motion to adjourn out of the regular meeting. Support from Lori. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned from the regular meeting. Now I'll open,
Let me get them on the phone a minute, and then,
we have a regular meeting.
yeah, maybe when we have them on the phone.
the Joint Drainage District 1. Meeting.
Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound.
Mr. Oring, here. Mr. Schulte, here. Mr. Van Dijk,
Here.
Mr. DeBoer, here. Mr. Helmers is here. Consider the approval of February 24, 26 agenda.
Enter your participant ID followed by pound. Otherwise, just press pound to continue. Please enter the meeting passcode followed by pound. You are in the meeting now. There are 2 participants in the meeting. You are muted. You can mute or unmute yourself by pressing *6. You are unmuted.
Good morning, Jordan. Can you hear me from Osceola?
Morning, yes we can.
Okay. Can you
We have opened the meeting already.
Have
This is
your screen up. Oh, sorry.
Chairman Helmers. We've called for roll call. We need to consider the approval of the 2024, February 24, 26 agenda. I would take a motion. Anything added?
Anything changed? Make a motion.
Motion by Schulte. To approve the agenda. Support from Lori. All those in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. February 13th, 2026 minutes. January.
Are you still there, Jordan? Jordan?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yep, now we can. Okay.
Okay.
We're approving the January 13th, 2026 minutes. Did somebody make a motion?
Somebody from our county can do it.
Yeah.
Just somebody from our county do it.
A motion from Schulte.
I'll make a motion.
Second from Wormerson.
Second. All those in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. We will open the Joint District 1, Dickinson and Osceola County FEMA public hearing.
Rochelle, can you guys see our screen if I share it?
Well, I don't have the computer set up, so I thought we were just doing the phone.
Okay. Nope, you're fine.
I do, everybody here has the engineer's report.
Okay.
Who takes the lead on that?
I'm gonna send you one more thing. I know it's last minute. You guys all would have had it from last January 2025. Or sorry, July 2025.
All right, you're gonna send it to me, I'll quick print it. Okay.
That's it.
How'd you have that right on top?
You must have yours, you have your best, you. I don't know what she's going to get. Just send something over.
Osceola supervisors, it might take a while for her to print those if she is going to print out all the documents. And to keep up on time, do you guys want to go forward, at least for John Height's discussion, so that we can keep up with our public hearing times?
Sure.
Okay.
Guys, okay? Yep, we're good with that.
Is Rochelle in there, or is she gone?
She is not.
Okay. Say I can always forward the email to one of you and they can forward it on to everybody else so that way you guys can see it on the computer as well.
Okay.
If you guys have your email on your phones.
No.
It would have been an email that you guys would have gotten last July.
I wouldn't have that.
Do you guys have the final plans in front of you from when we had talked about this previously?
No.
No, we don't.
I do.
Okay. John, I would just go ahead.
Morning. Those that I haven't had the opportunity to meet, my name is John Height. I'm with Beck Engineering. Today is the public hearing for Joint Drainage District 1 with Dickinson and Osceola County. The reason we're here today is rainfall events of June 2024 had damaged several drainage district facilities within Dickinson County and adjoining counties. Widespread damages experienced throughout the county resulted in a presidential disaster declaration for Dickinson County and Osceola County and some of the other surrounding ones. In Iowa, drainage districts are eligible for disaster recovery cost share funding from the Federal Management, or other known as FEMA. And the Iowa Department of Homeland Security also helps fund disaster repair projects. This board had directed Beck Engineering to assess ditches in the selected by the county engineer for possible damages and to assist the board in applying for funds to do these repairs. 11 drainage districts were selected for review, and ultimately applications for disaster recovery funding and assistance were filed for 5 of these districts, one of them being Joint Drainage District number 1. If you look at the plans up on the screen there, those are 9 areas that were identified through field evaluation and drone flying within Joint Drainage District 1 that we are planning to repair. We have some constraints with our repair by FEMA and by our permit. Basically, what had happened is we've had some damaged areas that had some slough off, some washouts. Those areas are the things that we identified throughout the drainage district, mostly open ditch stuff. So all of these ones in Joint Drainage District 1 are open ditch repairs. We will be essentially restoring the banks back to their original condition, stabilizing them, making sure that future damage is going to be possible. Our permit allows us to essentially keep the geometry of the existing ditch for the repair, and then just priority would be to get them vegetated and stabilized as quickly as possible on this. So those are the 9 areas shown on the map.
When you're saying the 9, is that because one of the identified sites is both sides?
So I'm calling on each individual 9, there's one side of the bank that's usually damaged. I think there's a back-to-back damaged area on one of the sites, but I'm calling those individual sites.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So we've estimated this work for the repairs for Joint Drainage District 1 at a total estimated project cost of $140,332, for which FEMA pays 75% of that cost. And then also the Iowa Department of Homeland Security comes in with an additional 10% on top of costs. So FEMA pays 75%, Iowa Department of Homeland Security pays 10%, and then the landowners are on the hook for the remaining 15% of the damages for the repair project. So looking at that, the 15% portion based on our estimates is $26,000, just a hair over $26,000 for Joint Drainage Districts number 1. We have secured the funding from FEMA and the Iowa Department of Homeland Security. We have that money in the Joint Drainage District 1 account to proceed forward. As you guys noticed, the timeline, it was June of 2024. FEMA did take some time to evaluate our petition, collected all the information that they required, which took some time. And now we're ready to proceed with that construction project, knowing that we're secured funding. That isn't always the case. Sometimes you can proceed with work at risk, but I think the decision here was to wait till the money was in the bank to proceed with these projects. The idea that the application wouldn't be accepted, and that protects landowners from having to front a repair project with no funding back from FEMA or Iowa Department of Homeland Security. We were also extended, there was a timeline to get this work completed, and that was extended recently to December of 2028, so there won't be any concern for getting this work completed this spring yet. This will also be packaged with other drainage districts that we've evaluated as one work set so that we can get value and economy from a contractor, have one contractor, have one quality set of work, one contract, all of that helps with the grant administration process and also helps with quality control out in the field. We're not working with 6 contractors, we're working with one contractor. This one benefits the project. Timeline for this work is if we can proceed today, I'm anticipating an April 3rd bid letting with approving those bids at the April 7th meeting. And then contractor will be able to proceed with work right away this spring. And then I would anticipate probably a July completion date for this work.
Just to keep up with our time frame, could we open up the joint 2 DNO public hearing for 9/15 to continue discussion?
That's what I was considering doing. Yes.
Yep. So Osceola County Supervisors, we would need to open up the public hearing for joint 2 DNO, but can still discuss joint 1.
I'd ask that first.
We have a couple landowners here. Any comment from the landowners on Joint District 1?
too, this for the first time in the last 2 minutes, so just trying to figure out where everything's at. I'm not sure yet, but not right now.
Okay, then we'll, I take a motion to open up joint district 2.
Schultz, motion.
I have one comment here from the public.
How will that percent of the landowners be portioned? Is it added to the real estate taxes?
Same way that we would levy drainage district, costs that are accrued. Yep, it would be on your property tax statement.
On the property tax
Yep,
statement?
yep, just like a normal drainage cost that we would levy for usually in July, and then that would go on to the property tax statement.
Over a period of how many years, or?
So if a single parcel is over $500, that is when you would be able to sign a waiver. That would be a term set by the supervisors, no less than 10, no more than 20 years at an interest rate that they approve. But that's only if your parcel is above $500.
Thank you.
Any more comments from the public? If not, I'll open drainage, district 2.
Do the same thing. Public hearing is open. John?
Are you waiting for a second?
Yeah. I can't really hear you. I can't hear you very well.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Warmer, second. Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. We are open the drainage district 2 public hearing. Any comments from the public on 2? Okay.
Talk a little bit.
Get the mic up a little higher.
Yeah, I can talk about 2 as well. This is John Height, with Beck Engineering. Same information on Jordan's map here. Shows 2 areas that will have some disrepair during the floods of 2024. Much smaller project, but one of them is the box culvert on 220th Street has experienced quite a bit of washout. So we want to get those banks reestablished, stabilized, so that washout doesn't continue to erode away the land on those areas. Then there's a culvert crossing there as well to the north. That would be a part of that project for Joint Drainage District 2. Joint Drainage 2, I am estimating construction project costs at $42,819 with potential public funding assistance of $35,143. That would allow the landowners, the 15% equivalent for the landowners would be $7,676 for those repairs.
And Joint 2 DNO was not put on the notice due to the cost of the project being less than $50,000. Just an FYI for landowners.
I'll take some questions on Joint Drainage District 2.
Discussion. Any more discussion, guys? Do you want to use them actionable items as all District 1, 2, and 3 as one motion?
That's fine.
When we get to it?
We have any action items on that?
Well, the action items would be essentially, well, we don't have to set a public hearing to accept the bid, it sounds like, so not really any action items, just, the action item would be to proceed with plan specifications. Okay.
Did you guys hear that?
Yep.
Now, we're doing 1, 2, and 3, and then action items.
So I think individually, we don't usually take action on opening up the public hearing. But I think with each individual drainage district, we would need action in a second to approve the land specifications for that specific project
Sounds good. Onward to number 3.
on 9:30.
Holy crap.
Would you repeat what you were just talking about?
So we would need action on joint 1 and 2 for the land specifications for the project.
Did somebody make a motion there or not?
Wormerson will make a motion to proceed with 1 and 2 and set dates for bid letting.
April 3rd at 10 a.m.
April 3rd, you said?
You said
At 10 a.m. will be the bid letting.
So,
Everybody will be,
Do you need, I mean, you guys don't need to be present for that. That will be something that John will just do most likely in our office. He'll have the bids come to Dickinson County for him to open those up, and then you guys will award the bid on the 7th. What are the terms as far as drainage? I know there's times where you do have to have them open at a meeting, and sometimes you don't. I don't know what those terms are as far as on the engineering portion.
I'm not familiar with that. Most bid lettings are public meetings. Okay. Since we have it at a public.
So, like the other ones, like if it's, just a one that you do upstairs, what is the difference of that bid letting versus one that's done in the board meeting?
I'm not sure how the drainage is different.
Maybe that's something that you maybe need to look up on for that.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues with any of that.
So do you want to hold it at the April 7th meeting at 9 a.m. or at 10 a.m.?
We can if there's concern, but I don't have a concern.
So just do it on April 3rd then?
I'm comfortable with April.
Okay. So the bid letting will be held on April 3rd at 10 a.m. and then we will award the bid for the project on April 7th at 9 a.m.
Do we have to be there for that?
No. I would maybe do it via Zoom so you guys can be a part of it since you guys are lead county for 1, 2, and 3.
okay, we normally don't meet on the 7th, but we'll have a special meeting that day, I guess. Okay. Okay,
You guys only on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday.
correct, but
Whatever.
they'll do whatever we have to do.
Okay.
They confused?
Did we get a number 3? Number 3 we don't have.
And I gave you 3?
1 and 2, multiple 6s.
So there's a motion right now for joint 1 and 2 to approve the project and set the bid letting for 10 a.m. on the 3rd.
I have a motion. Do I have support?
Markwart seconds.
I have a motion. I have support. All those in favor for those dates and times for the bid letting?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Now, do we need to go to 3 now?
Not till 9:30.
Okay.
Business items. Bill, were you going to do business items in between?
Well, Chris here, you have one, and there's only 7 minutes. You could, 5 minutes. Yeah, you just well wait 5 minutes. Look at the
Hey guys, I messaged Lori.
guys have any other questions over there or anything? Well, we got a couple minutes.
My biggest thing, is listed as potential funding assistance. I don't want this to go through until we have a little more discussion on the possibility of that funding, it's a big expense. So is it
Next.
listed as potential, is that a certain funding from FEMA, or is that?
Did you receive the January 8th notice?
Yes, I received.
That potential funding, you've got that money in the bank already?
The second paragraph on the
Yeah.
chart says that it has
We
been
also
obligated.
received, for DD 60, or, yeah, no, they're not part of that, never mind. Never mind,
They do have the money.
but yes, we have received the funding.
They do have the money.
That's just FEMA funding? Just the FEMA funding, or?
Yep, because I have to levy for the funds that the landowners own. Did you get FEMA and state, or how does that?
I believe FEMA money's in there, and then Iowa Department of Homeland Security is after everything's finalized, we'll drop a check in there.
One other thing, crop damage, with the timeline of crops in, is there any talk?
So as far as
We didn't know.
we'll have to hold a completion hearing, so do you think that will be done before the end of June?
Let's schedule it that way.
Any,
What kind of crop damage are they gonna get? Because by then, the crops will be in.
Yep. So basically, we'll have to look at that on a per basis. We'll have a completion hearing, and kind of look at it landowner to landowner. A lot of these repairs a handful of them are directly adjacent to our streets and county roads. So a handful of them are deep within the drainage district, and we do have easements along the top. So we're going to work with the contractor, try to minimize that as possible. But as you know, with these drainage district projects, sometimes crop damage is inevitable.
Has that been factored into any of the estimates?
That has not been factored in, no. That is a reimbursable cost with FEMA, though.
Well, FEMA would cover that?
Yeah, all project costs FEMA providing assistance on.
does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
Well, we have that, because the other TV that we use, that never works, you know. Unfortunately, it's just more than that. Unfortunately, it's gonna be more than just that.
I got 9:30, shall we open the public hearing for joint drainage district number 3?
Yep.
We will also public hearing for number.
Any other comments from the public?
I can on DD3, so. Hide again.
We can't hear you, I'm sorry.
Sorry. I can add some comments to Joint Drainage District 3 for you before public comment, if that's okay.
Yep.
If there's any questions. Joint Drainage District 3, all of the damage is directly adjacent to the 120th Avenue there. There's a bridge, some washouts around the bridge. We'll get those repaired so they don't scour any further, get them stabilized, repair the banks back to their original condition in that area for Joint Drainage 3. We're estimating total project cost for that at $90,468, with potential funding assistance of $73,750. This leaves the 15% for the landowners at $16,722. All of these obviously are estimated numbers. I just want to throw that out. The final numbers will be based on what bids we receive. Those will be the contract numbers, and the FEMA will adjust. Everybody will adjust basically. Contract numbers will end up at the end. Any questions on Joint Drainage District 3?
That bridge has been out for 5 years now. Where that issue is it not possible to do something with that over there? It's a pretty big area there that's blocked off because of the bridge being out already. We're gonna do all this work basically caused from the bridge being there.
Come over here so they can hear you.
We have a question about the bridge, from one of the landowners. I'll let him speak to you guys.
I believe that's where that bridge is out already, where all those repairs are being made. Is there any timeline? What's that?
The Dixon County Bridge is closed right now.
It's closed. Go ahead, Keith.
So is there any, it looks from, when you look at that bridge, a lot of that damage is caused from where that bridge is, and that bridge has been closed. Is there not a possibility to repair that at the time with either a box culvert or something? That whole place is kind of a disaster down there, and it's been a lot of years like that.
That's something the Dixon County office will take a look at.
Okay, you answered his question. Anything else from anybody? The actionable items then for District 3 would be
Approving plans and specifications, and then just approving for us to go to bid on April.
Speak up, please.
Sorry, approving plans and specifications, and then allowing us to go to bid on April 3rd.
Morrison will make a motion to proceed with that.
I have a motion. Do I have support?
Second. I'll second.
Dillard.
Dillard.
And I have support. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Anything else?
Michelle,
You're welcome, thank you.
I'll just blame it on the drainage portion.
Okay, thank you guys. We're done, aren't we?
Just turn out of it and then be done.
Oh, thank you. 3 of them.
They have a time.
I know, because they have it during the regular board meeting.
For us to close all 3 of the public hearings.
Okay, yep. So we probably have to adjourn because we have as a separate board meeting because that's how we do it. So we'll just adjourn then. OCL will just adjourn.
Jimmy.
I have a motion and support to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. Oh, we are adjourned
All right,
here.
thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I apologize. I asked her specifically what we needed for the board meeting today, and that's all she sent me until this morning. So I apologize that I was not prepared. I apologize. It's on me. Well, they have it set up, they have Zoom, they have a TV and all that in their board technology thing, and we do not, so.
See what it costs to set that up.
I will look into that to see what we can go by.
Well, we need to have a motion to reopen our regular board meeting. Yeah. And the motion from Shelby, support from the floor. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We are back in session. Want to go back to budgets, Rochelle?
Yeah, probably we need to make some decisions here. So we already know about the CSN. I'll put that back in. That's $2,500. And I just need to know about,
What are you guys' thoughts on that? Ambulance. Give them the, what is that, 300?
another 150,000.
Yeah.
They're already expecting 150, and then additional
Thoughts
150.
and comments, Jason?
I'm okay with it.
I think this should have been researched and understood before we went for the levy, and not been pleased with how it's been handled, and I think a step towards what they're requesting, the way we budgeted, is acceptable, but I don't think we need to take that big jump this year. The entire jump.
I would agree with you.
Well, I guess I think the money they bring in technically is theirs, but it goes into the budget. They're the ones that earn it.
Any other thoughts? Do we need a motion for that, Michelle, to do that, or?
I suppose so that I have it, so it's clear to know what I'm supposed to do, or raise it.
You guys want to do it?
I'll make a motion to raise it.
I have a motion on the board to raise the 300. And there's support. If I have no support, it dies. If we just leave it, we don't need nothing, then do we? All right, we're gonna leave the 150 this year, right?
150 in general, 150 in there.
Anything else on budgets?
I would still favor increasing the general fund transfer to supplemental, as been discussed, but where did I put that?
Are you looking for
Okay.
you in fund balance, or?
Okay.
Okay.
Either approach comes with risk, because the state isn't clear on what future property taxes will look like and revenue limitations, and if supplementals get thrown into the mix, that becomes a nightmare, but
More comments or thoughts there?
No, that, yeah. So everybody's okay with like the general supplemental levy and stuff, the way it's at? Because right now it's $1.20. General supplement, our general basic, we're to our new max of the 3.43137. The general supplemental is $1.20. debt service, we can't do anything more with that because we need the $407,000 to make our interest and principal payment. Then emergency services at the 45 cents. And then real basic, we're at our max of the 27729, our new max. And then unified law, we levied as to what the rural is, contribution, so the 529,000. I think if I remember correctly, overall, the urban levies went up like 7 cents, and the rural went up 2 cents, if I'm remembering correctly. Do you guys have a copy of that?
I have is 2.6. That shows rural going down 2 cents, doesn't it? The most recent one.
Oh. Yes, I apologize. So the rural went down. No, the cities went up and the rural went down 2 cents.
Cities went up 7.
Yeah. The county's portion, I don't know what the city rates are or the school, this is just the county's portion. And that's the notices that will be sent out to the taxpayers. I should get you a copy of that last one. You guys might make more sense. This is what will be sent out. This is what will be sent out.
Sorry.
So the rural's probably more, or the city's probably more like 8 cents roughly, and then the rural went down 2 cents overall. But
That's
this
a 15% or 15-cent increase in supplemental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I'd prefer to target that at like 7 or 8 to keep the countywide rate close to the same. But got the sense I was the only one.
Yeah, they were like 7.7482 cents. That's what their cities are going up and the rural's going down. But this is what would be sent to the taxpayers. The county's portion anyway. what's confusing by this, you know, they have 100,000, 110,000. There's no way that you can take that levy rate times that to get how much it's gone up, because you need to have the rollback in there. And then the commercial is even more complicated, because the first 150,000 is the same rollback as residential, and the next 150,000 is at 90%. So if you didn't work with it, you would have no clue. No clue.
Any more comments, questions? What else do you want to do, Jason?
I would like to see the transfer from general fund to general supplemental increase so that the general supplemental levy rate would come down.
So how much more are you thinking into increasing it?
Guess I'd like to see that levy rate come down about 5 to 7 cents. I don't know what that translates to in dollars.
Good, okay, come out to you.
No, I need a calculator.
You said 78 cents, Jason?
It's about half of what the increase is currently budgeted.
You'll bring it down to like 108,052 by dropping it 5 cents versus 850. I did that right.
It's only about 10% of our expenditures, but those things are eligible to go back in there. It's not that we can't put them back in there.
What does that change, about $50,000?
30, was it, did you say?
41,945.
42.
We're close. then I would, if you decide to do that, to $1.15, then I would just have to transfer that much more out of general into general supplemental as your goal, which we have the fund balance to do this as long as the jail don't do anything and the state doesn't do anything legislation wise.
That's the part that scares me, both of those.
Me too.
I'd say leave it.
If Hart thought enough, I'll make a motion that we would alter it to lower that supplemental levy by 5 cents, increasing the general fund transfer about 41,000.
We have a motion from Manuel. We have support. I will support that. What's that? Yeah. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Motion carried. Anything else on the budgets? If not, set public hearing time date for proposed property tax levy for fiscal year 26-27.
So, like I mentioned earlier, the first day we can have our public hearing is the 20th, so we could do the 24th. They're supposed to be mailed out by the 15th. You know, last year they were mailed out the 12th, and a lot of people didn't get theirs until the 20th, so depends on the mail. So we could either do the 24th, or if you want to wait, or
They can be mailed out when, sorry?
well, they had to be mailed out by the 15th for sure. Last year they were mailed out on the 12th, so I'm not for sure what this year will bring. I mean, we could have it on the 24th, 31st, 7th. You know, we have to meet anyway for drainage.
3rd of April, yeah.
Well, yeah, that or the 7th. The 3rd, I don't know if we have to have a regular
Oh,
board
we're not
meeting, do
gonna
we?
do-
No,
no,
the
that's
7th
right,
we
they-
could have it. And then we could, okay, so if we did that on the 7th, then we could not have our budget hearing until the 28th. So that'd be require another meeting in April. If you guys are okay with that, or if you wanted to do it earlier, we could have the budget hearing earlier. Earlier? Yeah, that's fine. So the 24th or the 24th?
I'd rather do it, yeah, earlier.
Okay. I mean, like I said, the 24th is, we can do it then. Hopefully the mail will,
They required us to use the mail. We can't
can't help it.
tie our hands because of what the mail does.
Right. Yes, please.
To set the public hearing for the 24th.
Make that motion.
Should we do 9 o'clock? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we have to do this at 8:45. Because it has to be a separate meeting. So we'll do that.
You wanna do it
for-
at 8:30?
Yeah,
I don't care.
it has to be a separate meeting. And then we can reconvene into the next meeting. So you tell me
8:45.
8:45, okay.
Motion from Schultz, support from DeBoer. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. Okay, so we'll do claims quick.
Okay, there's claim number 1511, the Bosma Water Service.
Pay that claim?
Motion from DeBoer. Support from Warren to pay that claim.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, abstain?
I abstain.
Make a motion to arrest for the police.
I have a motion for, pay the rest of the claims, do I have support? Motion by Schulte, support by Laurie, any discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, carried. Close.
Coming close. Close.
At 10 o'clock, we'll open the public hearings for the opening of the bids, project L 867372 Bridge I-15 replacement.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is the Poet Bridge that we've been working through with FEMA, the one that got washed out in the 2024 flood. We've been working with FEMA a long time on this one, but I'm happy to report that about a week ago, we actually did get the money obligated by FEMA, so it's a lot more certainty than it was. We kind of took a risk advertising it when we did. We were pretty far in the process, but it's happy to know that we have it. So with your permission, Mr. Chair, I'll open the envelopes and do the bid opening, or if you'd like to conduct it, you know.
You're fine.
Okay.
Okay with me.
The first bid is from Cram Construction. Cram. They have a signed proposal. They have a bid bond. The amount of the proposal is $1,339,640.10.
What was the name?
Sorry?
What was the name?
Pram, P-R-A-H-M. They're the ones that did the bridge on the west side of town here, the E6 bridge, about 3 years ago. The next proposal is from Dixon Construction. We have a bid bond, and we have a signed proposal. The amount is $1,182,655.62. Our third proposal is from Graves Construction. We have a bid bond and a signed proposal. And the amount is $1,288,880.10. It would appear that Dixon Construction is the low bidder on the project. We will review the bids and bring back a award at the next board meeting, and possibly a contract. We have a contract ready to go as well. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your interest.
Close the public hearing.
Make the motion to close the public hearing.
Support. All those in favor? Aye.
Dixon Construction is the contractor that built the G20 bridge right next to our Thomas Pit 2 years ago. So they did a fine job with that. So, I want to thank Casey Faber with WHKS. He was our consultant. They do all of our bridge inspections and other work around the county. With this being a FEMA reimbursed project, we farmed it out and had Casey pretty much handle everything for us. We'll take it into the field and we'll do the construction.
So is it his fault it took this long?
No,
April.
we always blame FEMA. We always blame the feds, right? Isn't that the standard mantra?
Just thought I'd ask.
That's a fair question. I'm at the feedlot there the night my folks are over in Lyon County, and I told them this is the equivalent of the architect standing underneath the formwork in Rome, you know, they find out how bad it is here, so.
When did we have our first field meeting out there?
November of
24? November of 2024?
I know my wife's cousin lives right there, and they've been wondering.
Well, the flood event was June, and then we finally started having FEMA meetings around September, I think, was when they finally rolled into town, met with us.
When did they say when they'd start? When they would start working?
They have a September 10th or
18th.
September 18th completion date. This is not a working day contract, it's a completion day contract. Basically, they can start whenever they want once they have a contract, but they have to be done by harvest.
Okay. I know I'm gonna get asked, so.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll, they have to have it done by September, so. 3 months, maybe.
Yeah, it's a
if
3 month.
your construction time, I mean, summer it can go quicker, good weather.
It's not a heavy run stream or anything like that.
No, just once they get the water out, they'll be ready to go. I would hope right away this year.
Okay, thanks for all your help.
Any of the-
Thank you.
Any of the guys that were here, were they from Dickinson or?
Yeah.
Dixon and Graves. Pram dropped off this morning and did not stay. So, but all bids came in under the engineer's estimate. The high bid was close. Hey, but at least it was under. So when the first bid comes in under, then you're fine.
Relief there. So.
Yeah. Can only get better.
Thanks again, appreciate all you guys' help.
Thank you.
I have, under other business, I have, the grant monies that received, or Andre was wondering, the check presentation, do you wanna do that during a regular board meeting? Do you wanna, or do you wanna do it
Good.
separately? Okay,
Trying to schedule that for March 10th? Are you going south?
What's out? You can handle it.
do it like first thing, right away, check presentation, or, okay.
Or Jeff will schedule it before he leaves.
Special meeting for you.
I'll just do it first thing then on the next meeting.
When you leave,
4. Come back to 11.
talk to Andre and see if we can reach out, and we'll just schedule whoever can make it, and if not, maybe Jeff could meet with someone and just
Okay.
get
Great.
a picture, if that works.
Yeah.
If someone can't come down the 10th.
Okay.
Fourth.
Let's do that.
I don't need my mug in the paper anymore. We should make the chair sit here.
I think Sandy knows I don't.
I don't either.
Haven't been in there lately, so that's all right.
Me neither.
I was missing that.
Lately, I haven't been. That's been great.
I'll make sure to get yours in there more than.
Yeah.
Any other business, courthouse, committees? Future agenda items?
They're done. Current and electric came to the courtroom. I have that done. Now they're waiting for the state to come in to mount all that. The carpet in the courtroom is coming up in spots. So I have Kenny Halls coming this week Friday to look at that, to see what we need to have done with that before we have to replace all of it.
Can he work at all?
Kenny Halls?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's got a medical problem. He had to take, I think, 3 months off or something.
Oh, he did not tell me that when I
Just
called
ask
him.
him about that.
Okay, he said he's coming Friday to look at it, so I didn't know that either. He didn't mention it.
He just mentioned it at the last PMA.
Okay. He's the one that laid it, so that's why I called him, so.
Very good. Anybody got anything else? If not, we'll take a motion to adjourn. Motion from Warren. Second from the board. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned.
It's 10:15 to the restroom till 10:15, or before 10:15.
This would be a 5-minute ordeal.
What's that?
I might just kick around to the grade.
Oh, I'm not sure. Does he know about it?
Yeah, he's the one that told me that we should do that. He wants ISG just because they done the droning on it.
I would
ISG.
agree. To be honest, I think Spencer, when we go through what we just went through, walks us through it way better than, you know, yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm not. I was a little confused, to say the least.
I was a lot.
And I didn't know how to proceed, and he did fine.